Well, good morning, everybody. All you glorious stream keepers out there. Good morning, and good morning. First of all, I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Wednesday, which is, above all else, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. We're halfway through the week, and it always feels good. Like if you have something going on this weekend, we're looking forward to. We're ready to go. So super excited about that. So Wednesday is just a good day, and we all get to come together and drink coffee together. I mean, can it really get better than that? Some of the best conversations are had over coffee or wine. I mean, let's be honest here. Not getting crazy, but some of the best conversations happen in the morning around the table and just hanging out with the family, waking up, having some eggs and toast and bacon and sausage and the good life. Well, let me say good morning to everyone in here. Florante, first one in here. Caleb Shrimp and Scales, Papa Shrimp, Jerry, Ollie Taylor, my good buddy. He said, 60 seconds. Will Rob be late? I think I was on time. I might have been a little bit late. But good morning. IB Sam, Natasha. Let's see who else. And then Jack Betts and Ron Foss. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I made you hungry, huh, Jack? Ron said, third cup in the Keurig now and hanging with the elite. So privileged. Hello, everyone. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I absolutely love doing this. I'm glad that I'm back in a routine that allows me to take time and spend it with you guys. And IB Sam said, new here and excited finally to catch it live. Well, I am so thankful that you decided to become a member and a part of our little family here. And so thank you for tuning in. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got something really cool to talk about today. Now, just so you all know and you're not surprised, I think we're gonna go 30 minutes today, maybe 45, just depending on how the flow goes. The reason being is we have our shipping team leader, which is the person that runs our shipping team. He is out this week. He actually went on vacation to North Carolina, spent some time with the family, doing some golfing, getting some sun, enjoying some good weather. And so I have been filling in for him. And so my week has been extremely busy, which, you have those and you gotta take the good with the bad. And so I'm glad he's able to enjoy some time away. And so I set out a bunch of orders that are getting shipped out today so that my shipping team can just pack them up. And then as soon as I'm done here, they'll probably be getting close to the end of their packing slip, and then I'll have to go over there and fill some more orders for them. So yeah, good morning, everyone. Ollie said, "Sup, brother?" Ollie, good to see you as always. Thanks for coming in. I know you're way over there in the UK, and hopefully everything's going good over there. I know the COVID scare. We've been seeing some increases here. I don't know how it is over there for you. So I hope you and your family and your friends and everybody staying safe and you guys are all healthy. And it's just good to be here this morning. You guys know what I mean. I was reading some scripture this morning, and it's just such a good way to start your day. And this is just another good way. I was actually debating on doing something like this every morning, but just on a smaller scale, like just like fire it up. And maybe when I do my devotional in the morning, you guys can just join in with that. We can talk. And it wouldn't be like necessarily on Flip Aquatics channel. Maybe it would be a members only video, and the people that want to be on there can be on there. Just something like that. Dunkin' iced coffee. You are absolutely correct, Florante. And it tastes so good. Well, hey, I wanted to spend some time today and focus our conversation around the breeding rack. I don't know if you guys follow the community tab on the Flip Aquatics YouTube channel. I don't know if you follow the community tab, but I try to post there every day, at least during the week. Well done. Tanks just became a member, so let me throw that up. Wherever my cursor is, there it is. Well done. Thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Really do appreciate it. Or gal, I'm not really sure, but thank you for being here and joining our shrimp family. So really cool to have another person. And anyway, the breeding rack, and I was talking about the community tab. If you guys haven't been there, if you have been there, you would see that I did a video for the members, and it was a picture of all the new tanks that just came in. We actually got tanks from Shrimp King. Dennerle, which is JBJ out of California, I believe. And so I got 40 of the Shrimp King 10-gallon tanks. They're really, really pretty tank. Those just came in. I actually only have 39 now. One of my employees was like, I love that tank. And he's like, I need to buy one. So I sold one to him. So we got 39 left. And what we have is we have this section of a wall that is about, give or take, 40 feet, give or take. And so I need to come up with like a design of what I want these tanks to look like. Like I'm really torn between going with one level of tanks or two level of tanks. I'm really not sure. So I need some feedback there. But I'm really excited about this whole project because I think what it's going to do is it's really going to enable me to provide more educational content, right? And so with me breeding stuff and having different tanks with different species and it's specific to breeding, we can do plants in there. We can do different botanicals. We can do education on the botanicals with the plants and keeping those and, how it's all a symbiotic relationship. And, what are we looking for in this specific type of shrimp and what are we calling for and different things like that. So I think it's going to be a huge help. And above all that, like I'm just super excited to really get into breeding shrimp and be more intentional about it. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sure a decent amount of people know this. The YouTube channel, before it was called Flip Aquatics, it used to be called Lup Diesel. And so I want to create my own line of shrimp and call it the Diesel line, just kind of, in conjunction with, Lup Diesel. And there's a whole story behind that. But I ended up making the change to Flip Aquatics, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. And haven't looked back. But yeah, so there's a lot of really exciting stuff, that creating my own line, calling it the Diesel line, participating in more competitions, traveling the world and participating in competitions would be a lot of fun. And so, this is only the start. There's going to be a lot more to it. We've already talked about, we're running out of space in the 2 buildings we have. And so, what can we do? And there's actually a huge warehouse across the street from us. That's like, I want to say 30,000 square feet, something like that. And it's actually, it's not that, well, it's expensive, but it's not extremely expensive. And so I want to go over there and take a tour of that. And we're thinking like maybe the building I'm in right now, where it's just where the gallery is going to be, we can keep this and kind of let this be like our office area. And then over there, we can move the operation over there. So it would just be transitioning one building into the 2 buildings. And then the whole basement of this building could be used for breeding. And so really cool stuff. And there's so much potential. There's so many things we could do. God's really blessing us in the fact that the business has been pretty successful. And, with COVID, our hobby, our industry, whatever you want to call it, has really flourished because people are stuck at home. And so that's really opened us up to, be a bigger and better company because there's a lot more influx of new people getting into the hobby. There's just a lot more going on. A lot more people are at home. The stimulus checks. A lot of people have more money to spend, and so it's just there's just a lot of good that has got us to this point, and I'm really excited for what's to come and what the future holds. And we're finally making hires now that are going to free me up to really make an impact on the hobby as far as educational stuff, and have more time for you guys and spend more time drinking coffee and talking and making videos and doing things that I really enjoy. And so it's really, really cool. And that's why I really want to spend time talking about today. So, today is members only can talk. We do that every other week. So I'm sure everyone that's in here has figured that out by now or is just listening. And so the reason we do that is just to have a exclusive kind of, talk between members, and we can really, have an intimate conversation. And then, all the people that want to make this their weekly routine, if they're not a member, and you don't have to be a member, you can still join in, you can still listen. So it's just as good. So that's the reason we do that. But I want to talk about how you guys as members can really get involved with this project. And so there's a couple different ways, and I just have a screen over here with some notes that I wrote down before, just because, I like to ramble. sometimes I don't stay on point. And so I want to stay on point for you guys. So the rare shrimp collectors, obviously we've talked about this, and I've reached out to a lot of you, at least in the last video, and I'll reach out again today. Send me an email, rob@flipaquatics.com. And what we're doing is each rare shrimp collector will have their own breeding tank. So, obviously, like, I'll be the one paying for it all. I will get with you. And what we'll do is I'll be like, hey, like, what do you want to do for type of shrimp? And you can tell me the type of shrimp you want to have. And then I'll say, okay, this is the soil we have for it. What parameters are you thinking? This is what I think would be best. We kind of come up with that. What plants do you want? And then, obviously you can pick anything out that's on our website. And so you pick the plants you want to keep in there, and I'll give some feedback too. What type of botanicals, driftwood, stone, Indian almond leaves, cones, whatever. Like, what do we want to do in here? What do we want to do for filtration? And we'll kind of come up with this game plan, and then we'll set up the tank, and then I'll get like a little really cool Flip Aquatics plaque made, something like that, and then put your name on it, your YouTube name or your personal name, whatever you want. And then, that will be the tank that you're a part of. And then, as things happen with that tank, you can be a part of it, make decisions together, and it'll be a really cool experience. And it'll be a lot of fun for you guys, I hope, to, really get to know me better and spend some time, really creating, beautiful tanks together, and hopefully breed some shrimp. And so then the privilege will be also, because, rare shrimp collectors, we always put on there that you guys get first dibs on rare shrimp. And so if it's your tank, you get the very first dibs if you want any of the babies. Like, if you want, like, hey, this specific one, like, I love that one, I want that one, that's all you. If you want, from other tanks, like, let's say it's not a rare shrimp collector tank, it's someone else's tank, like just a random tank, then you can actually be the first one to buy any of the diesel line shrimp or any of the shrimp that we're breeding. So I'll put out a post whenever I'm getting ready to list the shrimp, and you guys can be like, hey, like, yeah, I want this or I want that. And so it'll be a really beneficial thing for all the rare shrimp collectors, to be a part of that. And then the next thing would be the livestock managers. So all the livestock managers, you guys, and obviously when I say this, like, if I say it's livestock managers, it means livestock managers and any tier above that. So it'd be livestock managers and the rare shrimp collectors. So you guys, I'm going to get with you with all the tanks that aren't directly related to a rare shrimp collector. We're going to decide as a group what shrimp we want to keep, what we want to breed in there, different types of parameters we want to keep, what we want to try. And so that will be kind of a collective conversation between all of us to decide on, like, the route that we take for the other tanks. So there's 39 tanks. I think we have like 7 rare shrimp collectors or something like that. So there's still 32 tanks or 33 tanks or whatever it is. So there's still plenty of tanks to decide what we're going to do with. So we're really going to get together and kind of iron all the details out and do stuff like that. So that's going to be a cool way for you guys to be involved. And then the last thing would be the video directors. So video directors and hire, you guys are going to be a part of the decision making as far as, like, what videos and how we're going to do the videos for this whole breeding series, and, like, what you guys want to do. And so it really is going to be a cool experience. And then everyone that's just a member in general, you guys will be getting exclusive updates of this every single week, hopefully every week. That's my goal. But I might miss a week here or there depending on how busy I am. But you guys are going to get exclusive updates, and we're just going to go through it. And so I'll be showing consistently, like, what's going on and what's changing. And, hey, we got babies in this tank. It's super cool. And so for me, this is going to be a really fun way for me to breed shrimp again and be intentional about it. Like, we breed shrimp here, but it's literally like I set up a tank, and I know we put 20 shrimp in there, and I tell the guys, like, this are the parameters we need to have. And, 6 months later we have babies. And, it's pretty easy. And they take care of it every day. It's not me in there, taking care of it every single day, checking on the progress. Whereas, like, this breeding rack is in, right next to my office. Like, I'm going to be out there, I'm going to be paying attention to it. And so it's going to be something that's a lot of fun for me. And I saw some new members coming in, so I want to give some shout outs. Lawrence Kibler just became a member. So thank you so much, Lawrence. I really do appreciate that. And welcome to the Flip Aquatics Shrimp family. And then Third Coast Aquatics, shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member of the Shrimp Aquatics family, and we really appreciate you. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be so much fun. And then, as always, my brother Ollie, thank you for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate that. You guys are solid. My big goal has always been, actually, my big goal is 1,000 members. My goal for right now, I want to hit that 100. And then the goal is going to be set on 250, and then it's going to be set on 500. That's going to be set on 1,000. And so we're going to get there. We are going to get there. And it's something that's really cool. Like having a community that supports you, that's your intimate like circle. That, the people that, let me make sure I say this right. The people that are willing to give $2 a month, $5 a month, $10, $25, whatever it is. Like those are people that are really vested in you, in what you're doing, and want to see you succeed, want to see what you're doing. Like those are people that are going that extra step. That's not saying that the people that come here every week and watch my videos and support me and talk in the chat, like that's not saying they don't support me as much, but these are the people that took that extra step. And so I know they support me that much. And it's really cool to have that group of people that you can like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? And they can give me instant feedback. And so it's just creating this cool community. And then obviously like all the money that comes in through YouTube, I put back through YouTube in one way or another. And so it really helps. It isn't like, I just take this money and, me and Amanda go on vacation. Like we don't do that. I pretty much reinvest every dollar I ever make in Flip Aquatics back into Flip Aquatics, just because that's just who I am. Like I enjoy the business so much, and I enjoy the hobby so much that it's so fun. But let me go over some comments, and then we'll go into the next part where I want to get your guys' some feedback. Well Don was the new member at the beginning of the stream. He said, joining the stream while I am working on launching my own business. Been following you for some time now and appreciate the insight you always offer in your video as well. Well Don, thank you so much again for becoming a member, and it's great to have you here. And it's always cool to see another entrepreneur. If your business is aquatic related or even outside of aquatics, I love the entrepreneurial spirit, and it really gets me excited. And so I wish you the best of luck. Feel free to drop a comment again and let us know what type of business you're starting and stuff like that. I'd love to hear. And then Papa Shrimp, happy Wednesday to you. He said, are we going to nerd out over some breeding rack talk? I hope so. That's what I've been doing so far. I get a little long-winded and just start going to town. Well then said, love the idea of your breeding venture. Shrimp is the one thing I really want to bring into my fish room. Shrimp is so fun. I have an employee right now that never was into aquatics, really ever, and he started working for us. He's a phenomenal guy. Does a really good job for us. He started working for us, and he's like, man, I can't believe people pay this much money for this stuff. Like, what are they doing? Like, I could see like he was feeding the fish room, and he was like, I could see like how people get excited about fish because they come up, they eat the food. He's like, these shrimp, like, I just don't get it. And then he excuse me, he started talking about, maybe I'll get a shrimp tank for my boy, and it's just something cool. And so another one of my employees set up a tank for the first time. And so he actually decided, like, you know what, I'm going to set one up. This is going to be fine. I'll set it up for my son. And so he set it up, and then he came in a little bit later. He's like, dude, I love it. Like, I know what you mean. Like, this is great. And so he's the one that I got those Shrimp King tanks, and he's like, I want one. Like, can I buy one like right now? I'm like, yeah, dude, like, go ahead. So now he has 2 tanks set up, and he just told me this morning, he was like, man, like, I freaking love it. Like, my tank at home, like, it's right next to my computer. It's the greatest thing ever. I play games. I watch my shrimp. And so it's really cool to see people just fall in love with what I am in love with, which is the hobby. And so it's just, it's so fun. Caleb said, if I were a rare shrimp collector, I'd want it to be rare shrimp like Ope-Ola shrimp. Ope-Ola shrimp would be a good one. I personally have never kept them before. They're not the most colorful shrimp, but they apparently live for a super long time. And so I'm always down to try new stuff. So I got a little document next to me that I wanted to update. And so I'll write down Ope-Ola shrimp. And then move over cloud-based gaming, make way for cloud shrimping. You ain't lying, man. That's funny. I didn't know where you were going with that when I first started reading it, but yeah, absolutely. Flip Aquatics. Actually, Oli Taylor. I was started reading. You know me. I get kind of lost in the moment. Ollie said, "This is literally a viewer's, at least from my perspective, dream come true, man." Ollie is one of those people that has been talking about me doing something like this literally for 2 years, maybe longer. He's always been like, "Hey, like if I can sponsor a tank, will you please just let me know? Like, I would love to do that. Like, if you could set one up, and I'll sponsor and just keep me updated on it." And so it's really cool that me and Ollie actually get to do this together now. And he said, "Thanks for bringing this to life. I recognize it takes a lot of work. It does, but at the end of the day, like it's fun. Like it's enjoying to me." And I think did I say that right? I just want to apologize. I should start every stream with, I apologize for how I talk, how I pronounce words, and things aren't going to sound right, but know that I mean them in the best way possible. So that's how I should start every stream. And Flante said, "I totally agree." So that's really cool that more people feel that way. And yeah, I'm really excited for this opportunity. IB Sam said, "May need to upgrade and grab a tank." That sounds amazing. Well, definitely don't do it if you don't have the money. I don't want you guys, stretching yourselves thin. But if you want to be a part of it, I think it's going to be a really fun time. And Ferlante said, "Can you imagine a boa tank?" Somebody actually already messaged me, one of the rare shrimp collectors, that's what they want to do. And so that might already be taken. But you guys let me know if you're a rare shrimp collector, and we'll start, calling dibs on things. We could always do 2 tanks of the same thing. But we'd have to breed for different characteristics. That would be the only difference. Ollie said, "Imagine being able to discuss with Rob coordinating with a breeder or buyer in Taiwan or the UK. We have a guy over here who runs a shrimp corner, Tian Dat, to explore new hybrids." Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, the possibilities are endless here, absolutely endless. Natasha said, "I really would like to be a part of all that." Well, you're already a part of it. I mean, you're a member, so you're here. You're a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ollie said, "Remember to hit that like button." Thank you, Ollie. Well Don said, we talked about his business earlier. He said, "I'm launching a website based around aquatics. We'll be building a new fish room to house the business." That's awesome, man. It's a tough business, but at the end of the day, like if you have the stubbornness to be successful, you will be. The big thing is don't give up. I always say this to everyone. Like the only time you fail is when you quit. And so just keep pushing, keep doing it, and you'll be successful. And luckily, you're part of membership, so you can come in here and ask me some questions. I'm happy to answer them in a live stream, and just be a part of it. Papa Shrimp said there's actually going to be another fish expo here in DFW with a shrimp contest as well. It's this Saturday. That's exciting, man. There's all kinds of stuff going on. That's crazy. I didn't even hear about it, though. You have to take some pictures and send them to me. Let me know how it looks. Natasha said, "A few years back when you first got the warehouse, I was really interested in the purple zebra shrimp. Whatever happened to those?" So we actually have them on the website right now. We just got them in. We've been keeping them this time in Sulawesi parameters, and they've been doing pretty good. But I really want to perfect the purple zebra and figure out like this is how they thrive. They are a larva bearing shrimp, so they need brackish water. I'm pretty sure. That's what my importer tells me. Needless to say, yes, that is true, because we did have them hatch eggs one time and there was a little larva swimming around, but we didn't get them to live. So there's that. We didn't really have access to brackish water at that time. Oh, here we go. Florante, don't you do this to me. Metallic purple pintos. You are crazy. I could probably get them, and I'm sure my importer or my exporter would really help me out if I told him I was doing a breeding series. He always does, and so we could try to do that. And then right after you said that, Third Coast said, "I call dibs on metallic strain." You guys are funny. It'll be good. Flip Aquatics disclaimer. Mino talk good sometimes. You ain't lying. I think we all get tongue tied at times. Just try saying that 3 times fast. No, I'm not gonna do it because I will definitely get tongue tied. And so yeah, so let's get back on track. Stop busting on me for my inability to talk. My wife always makes fun of me though. She loves me though. So let me ask you guys this. And I know we talked about, only going for like 30, 45 minutes. So we're at 25 minutes now. We'll try going a little bit longer. The first thing is I really need to decide on the design. So this is where you guys can help me. We have a 40-foot wall. We have roughly 40 tanks that are a foot long. So we could do, or a foot wide. We could do like a nice countertop type thing. And do one level of the whole wall. And then, it would just be the tanks, pretty much touching each other. And, if I only did 39 tanks, then, there could be an inch space between them or something like that, or a quarter of an inch space. And we could do it on that wall. And we could do like a really nice countertop. Potentially I was thinking like a nice granite. But, that gets super expensive. And so, we could do nice wood. I don't know. Or we could do something where it's like, 2 racks. And so there's a shelf and then there's a shelf right above it. And the tanks are more spaced out. I think that would look just as good. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what I want. I haven't seen a picture of a design that I look at and I'm just like, yes, that is beautiful. I want to replicate something like that. So we need to discuss that and figure it out. Simply Beta, Taylor, one of the best people in the whole world. Just a phenomenal person. Just tuned in. This is what she said. Stay tuned. She said a countertop type table would be really attractive. So there's a vote 1 for the countertop table. So Taylor, thank you so much for tuning in. Glad to see you're here. I hope you're doing well. And it's always cool. Always cool to see you in here. Florante said 2 levels. That would be awesome. So now we got 1 and 1. We need some tiebreakers up in here. Ollie said, I'm a designer. You can hit me up to work on a design if you'd like. Ollie, consider this your official hit up. I need to come up with a design for this. Let me know what you need from me. I'll send you the tank dimensions. I'll send you the space dimensions. And I just want something that just, when you look at it, like you think like, wow, like, that looks good. Like that looks like it was meant to be that way. I hate looking at, let's say, our racks downstairs that have plants on them and they're just wood and they're painted and, they're just. And if I'm going into this project, I want it to look the best way that it could look. And so Ollie, I'll get with you. You let me know, and we'll kind of figure it out. Any other members have any other suggestions on, whether they want to see a 2-tier system, a countertop system? You guys let me know, because I want this to be as much your project as it is my project, and we'll just kind of go from there and figure it out. But as you guys think about that, I also want to ask you guys this: what types of shrimp would you like to see in this breeding project? Now, think of it this way. When I do a video, how to breed X, Y, or Z, think of what can help a lot of people too. So obviously, like, I want to do a tank of crystal reds just because I know a lot of people keep crystal reds. And so doing a video of like, hey, this is how to set up a crystal red tank. Hey, this is how to breed crystal reds. Hey, this is how to call crystal reds. Like, those are all really good videos that I think can help a lot of people. And so with that all, laid out there, and you guys with that in mind, what are some shrimp that you would like to keep? I will put down boas, and then I'll put down purple metallics. And then I already have Opeola down. So keep the suggestions coming. It's nice to see you. I'm brewing some coffee for myself. So Taylor, always good to see you. I hope you are doing so well. I love finding out that you actually are a voice artist. I think that's probably not what you call it, but I'm going to call it a voice artist. And you actually were in a TV show or a cartoon TV show, same thing. And I thought that was super cool. So Taylor, you surprise me all the time. You're the most amazing dancer I've ever met in my life. And you know, you're just phenomenal. So thank you always for joining in and being a part of the stream. Ollie said, I like the single countertop style idea. Could do some really nice lighting about it too. Lovely. I said, man, let's do it. Let's do it. Jerry, aka Papa Shrimp Aquatics, said, love it, love it, love it. Just wish we would have done this last year instead of stupid COVID, but this is going to be super fun and engaging for us all. I know, man. You would have loved to be a part of this. You know, you can always come visit, just kind of see what's going on here and get your feet wet again here at Flip Aquatics. But thank you so much for being here. IB Sam said, I like the single level. Could have some nice shrimp art above it. Oh, you just spoke to me. You absolutely like nail on the head. Like that is exactly what I needed to hear. Single level, beautiful shrimp art above it. Because over here, I have the most beautiful shrimp art. Some from Priscilla, some from some other people, but just amazing art. And that was the greatest. Let's just take a moment, just stop and thank Sam for giving this suggestion, because that is what just sold it for me. Like we're doing a single tier system here and we're putting shrimp art above it. And I'm going to put some nice lights shining on the shrimp art. And then it's really going to be a gallery. It is officially going to be a gallery after that. So love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for that suggestion. So IB Sam gets comment of the day here on Coffee with Flip. Lawrence said, I love red zebra pintos. Red zebra pintos. Okay. See, Caleb said the dimensions of the Shrimp King 10-gallon tanks are 20 inches by 16 by 10. So they're roughly that big. So we'll see how many we can fit in 40 feet. So I'm guessing 20 inches long. So they're not actually 12 inches. So the little miscalculation by me, but that's completely okay. We'll fit as many as we can. If we have 30, we have 30. We could always do another wall. You know, that's a good thing about having an empty space and, you know, knowing the boss. We can kind of do whatever we want here. And so it'll be cool. Taylor said, yeah, I do cartoons and video game voice acting. That is just crazy. She said, I do a lot of weird things. Well, hey, I don't think they're weird at all. I think that you are an extremely creative individual, and you do a lot of different things, and it's really cool. Jerry said, thumbs up. Oli said, teamwork makes the dream work, Shrimp Fam. That is like my favorite saying, teamwork makes the dream work. Stone Mountain on Facebook is a gaming creator, and I love his brand because his brand's very similar to mine. He's just a good dude. At least it seems that way. He's just like a happy dude, always having a good time, like super creative too. And he always says teamwork makes the dream work. Ron said, as Simply Beta, I've really been enjoying your videos lately. I have several places of evil driftwood, but can't seem to rein them in unless in water with a lid. Get it wet. That's really cool. Third Coast Aquatics said, just painted a blue bowl. I think you'd enjoy. Listen, if you guys ever have shrimp art that you think I would enjoy, or that you want to sell me or anything, you send me a picture of it. Let me know a price. Or if you just want to get rid of it, like you can always send me shrimp art. I freaking love it. I love creativity. Like creativity is just amazing to me. The way somebody can just take something from their mind and put it on paper is just beautiful. Like I love it. And I'm sorry if I'm weird, but I just totally love art. And I'm not that way as far as art goes, but I consider myself a visionary. And so like I can walk into a space and envision what it's going to be. Like, you know, when I got the first building over there, which is the original building, it's the original warehouse we still have a ton of stuff in. I walked in there and I'm like, this is what I want to do in here. And for the most part, that's what we ended up doing. And it's awesome. And I can look at something and be like, hey, like if we get rid of this and do this, it will come out this way and it's going to look good. And so it's, I just love creativity. That's just the end of it. IB Sam, who had the comment of the day, said new to the hobby, but so in love with shrimp already. Well, I'm glad that you are involved in the hobby and really enjoying it, because I just love it. I think this is the greatest hobby that you could have. I mean, it can be expensive at times, but it's so rewarding and so relaxing. It's just, yeah, it's great. Where can we send donations for you for the amazing projects? If you go to, let me just pull this up because I want to make sure I give you good advice. Let me share my screen right here. So if you hop on over to flipaquatics.com, it's going to bring you here. If you go to info, I think it's under contact us. Yep. Contact us. This has our phone number. Just so you know, if you call our phone number, I would say there's about a 10% chance that Amanda will be here to answer the phone. Just because, you know, she's got some stuff going on. She works different hours. And so usually she's here from 11 to 5, but not always. So leave a message. She'll call you back. And yet we have our emails, but you can send anything you want to this address, 154 18th Avenue Southeast, Warren, Ohio, 44483. And speaking of phone calls, there's one right there. You guys are slick. Somebody saw me put this up and they called. You guys. So, 154 18th Avenue. I'll actually put it in the chat right now. And you guys feel free. Anything you want to send, just do this for me. If you ever send something, please put your name in there, put your email in there, put your phone number in there, put your YouTube name in there so that I know who sent it and I can call you and say thank you. I can send you an email and thank you, or I can give you a shout out on the live stream, something like that. I just want to make sure that you guys know that I appreciate you, because sometimes people send me art and I have no idea who it came from. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to thank this person? They didn't send an email, nothing. And so it makes it really tough on me. So sometimes they're customers too, and I can look up their information that way. Ron said, my wife is ridiculously supportive of my tank room venture. We're doing a fancy guppy breeding wall with 8 species, planning to do 4 to 8 breeding wall or tank breeding wall for shrimp as well. It'll probably be 12. Don't tell her that. That's really cool, man. Like I really love guppies too. Guppies, endlers, platies, mollies, all that kind of stuff. I love live bears. Like just the fact that they can pop out babies and then you got babies and it's like, oh my gosh. Like that's what really got me into this hobby was when I got some mollies and they had babies. It was actually balloon mollies, which ugly fish, deformity, so stinking cute though. So stinking cute. Love them. I bred a ton of balloon mollies and it was just like the funnest thing in the world. Let's see what Taylor said. She said, yeah, I will. Right now I can hear it scratching from the inside of the back lock box I threw it in. It's trying to get out. Oh gosh. I missed part of that conversation. I'm hoping she's talking about the evil driftwood. But you never know. And so guys, members, I'll be making a members only post today, and I want to get your guys' feedback. Keep giving me feedback. The design we got down now. I'm going to work with my dude Ollie. We're going to figure that out. We're going to get it set up. But with shrimp types, I want your suggestions, and then me and the livestock managers and the rare shrimp collectors, we can all vote on it, kind of figure out what we want to do first, and it's going to be cool. So I'm super excited. To all you new members that joined in today, thank you so much. I think we were at 90, and then we lost 2, and then we just gained 3 today. So I think we're at 91 members, which is it's awesome. We need 9 more, and we hit it. And so we're getting there. Our family's growing, and it's going to be really cool. So I know I say that all the time, but you guys know, like, I just get excited. So you guys make it a great rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to get back to shipping, helping the team out. I got a few other things to do over there. But I'll hopefully get a video out, not this week because we're too busy, but next week I'll get a members video out this week. So you guys stay tuned for that. And I just want you guys to know, I really appreciate you. And just at the last nick of time, Yusoko becoming a new member. So thank you so much, Yusoko. I thought I saw you already in here. Maybe I'm just losing my mind, but Yusoko, thank you for becoming a member or upgrading your membership. I'm really not sure. I really do appreciate it. And you guys are just awesome. So thank you so much for your support and being a part of the Flip Aquatics family, the shrimp family, and just so much love from me. Taylor, thank you for joining in and being a part of the stream today too. I'll have to bring you on. If this is a good time for you, maybe next week or the following week, you can come on and just chat with us and be a part of the live stream. So I'll reach out to you. We'll talk about that. But you guys make it a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. Have an amazing weekend ahead. It's beautiful out. The weather's going to be perfect. And hopefully it's the same where you live. But as always, God bless. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Enjoy the rest of your coffee. And as I said last week, I'll catch you on the flip side. See you guys.